Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am excited to be back for another edition of the Save the Crafty YouTuber video hop. This hop is a celebration of card makers coming together to increase traffic to card makers and artists across YouTube so that they can hopefully get monetization back on their channels. We are doing a 5-day video hop this time, so you have plenty of time to watch all of these talented artists create, comment on those videos. We do have a ton of prizes to give away, and all you have to do to win is comment on the videos, and all of our winners will be chosen directly from the comments. Be sure to include whether or not you are from the US or international, as some prizes are only available to those who are in the United States. But just let us know in your comment and we will let you know if you are eligible to win those particular prizes. A lot of the stops on the hop do have individual prizes as well, so be sure to just comment on as much as you can or want to, and if you like the content, be sure to give them a like and consider subscribing to their channel, and that way you'll see more of their content in the future. I hope you guys love this video. I will go ahead and make that card process full screen now, and I will see you at the end to let you know what I have to give away on my channel and all the information on the sponsors as well. Alright, so far in my video I have die cut a bunch of pieces from this adorable die set from Spellbinders. It is a Santa die from the D-Lights line of dies from Spellbinders, and it is the cutest little Santa I have ever seen. He is super duper adorable. I decided to do some Copic coloring on my Santa's hat and face and nose, and a little bit on the beard and mustache as well, just because I thought it would give the Santa a little bit more dimension rather than just doing it as solid paper piecing, and I think that I really like the way that it came out. So I went ahead and colored him up using those Copic markers. Nothing fancy, just basic shading, and then I went ahead and added a little bit to his beard as well. For my next step, I decided I wanted to make a brick background, so I'm using the stamp set that is a collaboration from Unity Stamp Company and Brutus Monroe. It is called Hit the Brick, and this is one of my all-time favorite background stamps now. I really like it, and it's super versatile, so you can use it for a ton of different things, and you get really cool results. So my idea for this card was that I wanted to have a Christmas card where Santa was coming down the chimney, and I thought what better way to do that than with this adorable Hit the Brick background. So I went ahead and heat embossed that using Gilded embossing powder from Brutus Monroe, and then I heat set it with my Wagner heat tool. I am using a stitch circle die from My Favorite Things. It is one of the inside out stacked stitch circle dies, and I used some hickory smoke and black soot distress ink to make a dark black sort of peek through the chimney, if you will. So that was kind of my idea, was that there would be a cutout where the chimney is, so you're getting a dark peek of what's inside the chimney, and I wanted to leave it a little bit lighter in the center so that it looked like there was kind of like a spotlight, or there was just more depth to the darkness than just solid black. So I figured out where I wanted him to go, and I used some glue to adhere him. My glue did not work as well as I wanted it to, so I did actually go ahead and use some matte multi-medium a little later, but I went ahead and trimmed off the excess area around that curve so that he wasn't outside of the circle, basically. I wanted it to look like you were getting a sneak peek of where he was in the chimney, so I didn't want him to go outside of that line so that it would look like he was on the outside and just didn't have a body. I did go ahead and adhere my background to my card front, and then I did the same with my little peekaboo area with the Santa attached to it. Went ahead and centered that on my card, and then I decided that it needed a little oomph at the bottom, so I cut a strip of black cardstock and I layered a slightly smaller piece of vellum over top of it, and I attached that with washi tape at the back. It is not attached at the front. I grabbed a stamp set from Simon Says Stamp called Sending and Wishing. I originally wanted to use that large wishing stamp, but it was a little too large for my card, so I stacked some of the other sentiments over on the side, and I really actually like the way that this came out. So I used the sentiment Sending and then You Joy and Cheer to make my whole sentiment fit together, And I used that Gilded embossing powder again for this, and I love the way that this turned up on the vellum. It looks super cool. And because it was already mounted to that black cardstock, it didn't warp like it normally would. So that's a pretty cool trick to have in your arsenal. I decided it needed a little bit something over on the left-hand side, so I cut out a couple of holly leaves or mistletoe, I'm not sure. I'm not very good with foliage and names of plants or feathers or birds or anything like that, but they're very cute, so I wanted to use them. I think it's holly, I don't know, because it's got the berries. Oh well. Anyway, I colored those up with my Copic markers as well. And this is another set from Spellbinders. It came with this cute little snowman that I also have from them. And it's kind of the same setup as the Santa. You piece all the little bits together to make your snowman. And this little bit goes on his hat. But I thought it was perfect for my card just to add a little bit of brighter color and that traditional Christmas sort of feel. So once I had everything adhered with that matte multi-medium, I used my ATG tape runner to go ahead and adhere that strip to my card as well. I did have a little bit of a malfunction with my next step, which is that I tried to use some of my Nuvo drops, but I didn't squeeze enough of it out on my paper towel before I started, so some of my metallic gold was a little liquidy. And that's just, I didn't do enough at the beginning to make sure that it was flowing well, but that's okay. So I added a couple little dots in that metallic gold, and then I added a few accents in white as well, just to brighten things up a little bit and give a little more dimension to my card. And that is it, you guys. That's the whole card. I hope you love it and that you liked this video. The next stop on the hop is linked down below, and here is a look at all of our sponsors. I will be giving away a few dies and stamps. And you guys are eligible to win that if you are in the United States, so be sure to drop a comment in the area down below, and you can also let me know if you are international or in the United States so we know which prizes you're eligible to win. Thanks so much for hopping, and have a great day, guys!